Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Lori.
And if this is your first time dropping into our channel, welcome.
Well, today we're making a video that addresses the most common problems and questions that we see on the Facebook Ooni community. Why does my pizza burn? How can I make sure my dough is thoroughly cooked? How can I keep my dough from sticking onto the peel when launching? So let's proceed. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that your oven's heated on high at least 20 minutes. And that's to make sure that the pizza is going to cook on your stone.
Check.
And the next thing we're going to do is just before we're going to launch, we want to turn the oven down to the Ooni low.
Actually, when Lori starts to press out the pizza, I will turn it down to the Ooni low.
Okay. And I'm going to get my peel ready. And we use a wood peel. We just happen to have one, but you can use just a metal peel. And you just light it, apply a light coating of semolina flour or a combination of semolina and flour to your peel. And then put it aside. That way it'll be ready. So I want to make sure my board is dusted, but dusted with flour, but it doesn't have to be heavily dusted. Because the more flour you have on the board, the more it's going to get transferred to your peel. You want to make sure your dough ball is lightly dusted with flour. And it takes about 3 minutes. And I keep my hands in the middle, trying to keep the gas and the outside of your dough ball. This particular recipe is a biga, but I use the same technique regardless of the dough that I'm using. So we're just going to stretch it out. And kind of let gravity do part of the job. Now this particular dough is very resistant to tearing, so that's why I really like it. So I keep my hands in the center and just stretch from the outside. You want it bigger?
No. No.
You can just
I
let
think that's good.
gravity do its thing.
Yeah, I think you're...
Okay. And then I apply my sauce. I put a light coating of sauce. You should be able to see the crust through your sauce. And keep away from the edges, so you want to have a nice margin. And then if you're going to add parmesan, I usually put the parmesan on first. I like the flavor it gives to the pizza. But you want to put it on first because it has a tendency to burn. And then I use whole milk mozzarella. But you can use Part-skim mozzarella. I just think the whole milk has a little bit more flavor. And you can use the pre-shredded stuff because it's so convenient. Although it has an anti-caking agent in it, and that has a tendency to burn. So you have to watch your pizza a little bit more carefully. We're just making a soppressata pizza. And Bill always likes to have a little bit of cheese as the last on top of his pizza. If I put on any vegetables, I slice it thinly like peppers or onions. Larger things, if you want to do broccoli or asparagus, you might want to pre-cook that a little bit first.
Are you going to put more cheese on top?
Yeah. Oh, what happened to it?
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Okay. So you always want to lightly put your toppings on, just so that it'll cook more thoroughly.
Let me just put this out of the way.
And now, to prevent your pizza from sticking, we're going to always make your pizza on your board and then transfer the pizza to your board because it's such a short time. And I just reshape my pizza if I need to,
And I give it a little shake.
just to make sure it's not sticking.
And we launch. Thank you. I'll take that right here.
Oh, okay.
And tonight we're going to turn and retrieve with the 14-inch Ooni metal peel. We like to use this peel because we can take the pizza all the way out, inspect it, and rotate it.
So, Bill's. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm watching the back part to see it start to rise and start to get a little darker in color before I go in. And this is looking pretty good right here. So I go in, and then I use the tongs to rotate about 180, and I put the pizza back into the same spot the best I can.
And the reason?
I am not sure the reason, but RBI V25 commented, and we like feedback from our viewers, that would be a good technique, and so we've just been following that
I
technique.
thought it was more even cooking if you put it back in the same spot.
It might be. I'd have to go back through the comments.
You can use your fingers, but it's so the total cook time is just about 2 minutes. Oh, we also learned that if you don't let the pizza sit and cook until it starts to rise,
I think we're about there, Lori.
then you could have a disaster by having the peel tear the bottom of your pizza. I think you're right.
I think we're there. Okay, and there we have it.
And we've always put our cooked pizza down on a wire rack for a minute or two. And this prevents steam from building up underneath your crust, and it helps retain the crispness.
All right, we're going to let this cool for a couple of seconds, and then we're going to slice it and taste it. So what do you think?
Okay, I think it's ready. So after the pizza's set for a while, we just transfer it to board to cut.
And again, just to give a view of that pizza. And I am going to take a quick picture for Instagram. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we're 12th Avenue Cuisine. And that's a beautiful pizza, Lori. Good job. Okay, time to cut. And again, we like the Ooni rocker blade.
This Ooni rocker blade's a really heavy duty blade, and it just cuts right through the toppings. It's really sharp, and it doesn't ruin the appearance of your pizza.
Okay, let's give it a taste. Okay, I like that. I don't know if we can see that crust, but nice crust. Hot though.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I mentioned the total cook time's only about 2 minutes.
And this may be under 2 minutes. Ambient temperature today is a little bit warmer, so I'm not really sure. But boy, and I know I probably say this in every video, we're becoming big fans of the Kitchen and Craft Biga. Really enjoy it.
So we're going to start I guess they call it a vlog. So we'll be posting more of our recipes, so it'll be easier for you to review them and download them if you wish.
All right,
Right.
what do you think?
I think we're ready to eat.
Do we just want to do a quick recap
Okay.
of some of the highlights? Again, heat management to us is important to getting a successful pizza. At least 20 minutes on high, and then when Lori starts to press out the pizza, I turn it down to low. It generally takes her about 3 minutes to press out the pizza. You like to build the pizza on a different surface to reduce the time that the pizza sits on the peel before we launch. We use a separate turning peel to turn, where we can take the pizza all the way out and inspect it all the way around and then rotate it.
But we did find that we don't really have to use a separate peel.
No, we can launch perfectly fine with this Ooni 14-inch metal peel, and we do it often, especially when we're out camping. So, any other key points there?
Yes, you don't want to turn your pizza until the crust starts to rise, because if you turn it too soon, the peel, when you put it in, will tear at the bottom of your pizza.
And what I'm finding is when we have our oven properly heated, and even though we turn it down about 3 minutes before we launch, when that pie goes in, not only is the back starting to rise, but you're starting to see some cooking and browning on the front part of the pizza as well. So it's a good clue that that dough is starting to cook up, and it's safe to go in and retrieve it and turn it. So, all right, sweetie.
I think
go ahead.
Oh, if you like
this kind of content, please give us a thumbs up. And what do you always say?
Like, share, and subscribe.
So thanks again for dropping into the channel. We hope these tips are helpful to you. Other than that,
See you next time.
see you next time. Good pizza.